Hey guys, this is Ike with Rollout Reviews, bringing you another LBX review. This time it is Danball Senki Wars, Magna, Orthus. Now, this is the second LBX of Muraku, and is the successor of Gunther Izelfar, the Violet Devil. Taking a look at the instruction manual here, we can see some nice product images of the model painted up by a professional modeler. You're not going to get something that looks this good right out of the box. There is Muraku in his Genoc outfit. Partway through the series, Bandit pretty much wipes out most of Rossius's forces, and the 6th platoon joins up with Genoc. So that is the reasoning for that. There's a little comic on the back here that just shows him joining up with Genoc and shows off the model kit itself. On the inside, we have some full color, pretty easy to follow instructions here. You shouldn't have too much of a problem with that. So let's take a closer look at the model kit itself. So here is Magna Orthus, obviously looking very, very different from Gunther Izelfar. He still is purple, which is nice. I like that a lot. The Violet Devil legacy lives on, but it's a much darker purple, which I think looks a lot nicer. Now, Gunther Izelfar was a modified Gunther, which were the grunt units of Rossius. So there was a lot less room for interpretation. Even though the head, backpack, most of the arms, and the weapons were unique to it, most of the body was just the Gunther body, but purple. Magna Orthus is very much Muraku's personal unit. There's not a lot it's based off of, which I like. It unifies this a lot more. The only vague similarity between the two is, well, the color and maybe the feet. So there is that. Let's just do a quick turnaround and take a look at the armaments first, because they are very, very simple. So here is the Magnus shield, and it plugs into his back just like a multi-gimmick sack. Stickers on this are the white claws. There's a couple stickers up here and some stickers here to seal it off, as well as one sticker down here. They're not too hard to apply, but I could see them getting a little scuffed up on the ends here if you're not careful. It has 3 stickers here for the 06 for the 6th platoon of Genoc, and if you turn it around, you can see a pretty simple system for sheathing his Magnus sword. It kind of slots into this area here through this groove. So we'll set this off to the side and take a look at this. This is literally one piece. Even the Teto Kikimaru of Valdiver was a couple pieces to sort of seal off some of the hollow areas, but they don't bother with doing that here, unfortunately. You just snip it off of the sprue, and you're good to go. I would have wished they maybe added some stickers up here to make this a lighter gray, or maybe added a sticker around here that was orange, just to give it a little bit of color. But as is, it's very simple. It's pretty light, which is nice. He won't have a problem holding this. Neither will he have a problem holding his shield. That's very light as well. Now, we'll arm him up with these at the very end, but first, let's take a look at the unit itself. It has a little cap here that just seals off this port back there. It's actually pretty loose in there, and it freely spins, but doesn't have too much of a problem staying in there. Seals that hole off. Looks very nice. I like that a lot. Stickers on this guy. First, on the inside of this visor here. He actually doesn't have a face. He just has a big visor, which is kind of interesting. But underneath there are a array of silver stickers that really make that pop. I think it looks very nice. They're also covered, which means you're not going to have any problems scuffing those up. I think the head sculpt on this guy is really kind of interesting. It might not be for everyone, but the color layerings are really smart on this, with the horns up here that come through, the gray color coming through right here. It does end up looking really nice, and it has horns, so that's very fitting for the Violet Devil. Also, there are stickers on the shoulders here. All of this gray that wraps around are 3 stickers on each shoulder, but that's not too much of a problem if you don't mess with them. Again, another 06 there for the 6th platoon. Sticker here on the cod piece, and I think that's it. Very minimal on the stickers, which is very, very nice. So, the articulation, the head is very free. Goes side to side, up and down, forward and back, very nicely. Doesn't go back too far, but oh well, it's still quite expressive. The shoulders, they go all the way around, in and out, forward and back. Another joint here to get his arm out that far. He has these little jets here, these little boosters. They do move a little bit as well. Mostly to go out of the way for the arm, but you can mess with those if you want to, I suppose. Rotates here, bends at the elbow 90 degrees. Got a ball joint in the wrist. Waist rotates. The skirts, this one goes forward just a bit. The back one does not move at all, and it's got little ball joints in the ones on the side here, so you can do whatever you want with those. The legs go in and out decently far, I suppose, forward and back. They actually have a nice bit of detail here, a little bit of armor there just to break up the black, which I like a lot. The knees bend 90 degrees. It has a moving armor bit right here. Not really for any reason, but if you like it to maybe help cover up that joint, by all means. Now, the most impressive part about his articulation is his ankles. Not only are they on a ball joint, so they go forward and back decently here, they also tilt at the ankle extremely far, but on top of that, they also have a pivot joint here. Just ever so slightly. So this is crazy. You can get like super wide-legged poses with this guy. I don't know why you would want to get anything this ridiculous, but the option is there. And I just think this is super cool. So very, very articulated. Surprisingly articulated, I think. I like this guy a lot, if you haven't noticed. So, let's arm him up with his weapons. Just slide into his hands. This has a handle there. He can hold it either way. You can have him hold it like this. Oh, that is a little bit of a problem. The guards on the back of his hands falling off, unfortunately. Just goes right back on. You might want to glue those on if you don't mind. But, oh well, we'll just leave it off. You're not even going to see it with the shield on anyway. Anyway, he can hold it like this, or you can bring it around and have him hold it like this as well. The option is yours. And if you want, you can put the sword in here while he's holding it and get him in a pose of him drawing it like he does in the show and on the box. And his articulation is good enough to actually get him to draw it, but it becomes a little scary. I wouldn't do that all too much. You might break the end of this sword, but that hasn't happened to me yet, clearly. Oh, I forgot to mention, he does have little jet engines underneath his skirt as well, which is a nice detail. But that is Magna Orthus. Very, very simple. His weapons aren't too crazy. He's got lots of articulation, and I personally think he looks amazing. The design might not do it for everyone, especially the head is kind of weird, and his weapons are slightly bland, but there's just something about this guy that I really, really like. I think the design is super, super cool. And I also just like the booster engines, the idea behind this guy just going fast. I like things that go fast, and this guy definitely falls into that category. He goes so fast, in fact, that he creates clones of himself behind him to trick his opponents, which is just awesome. Anyway, that's enough from me. If you like the way he looks, go for him, get him. He doesn't have too many problems, but if you don't like the way he looks, he's not all that necessary. I think you might want to pick up the first platoon first, and then go for this guy in the long run. But that is about it, guys, and this is iTrollIX, signing off.